Midday News on NTA Channel 10. I am Onyi Consola Ocheladi. Vice President Kashim Shettima will today deliver Nigeria's statement at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A statement from the office of the Vice President indicates that the address is scheduled between 3 and 9 o'clock in the evening New York time. The National Assembly will highlight issues of global concern such as multilateralism, United Nations reform, climate action, and the restructuring of international finance. At the same forum last year, President Bola Tinubu called for permanent seats for Africa on the United Nations Security Council, a proposal now receiving consideration at the world body. The Central Bank of Nigeria has reduced the monetary policy rate by 50 basis points, bringing it down from 27.5 to 27%. Governor of the bank, Olayemi Cardoso, disclosed this while briefing journalists at the end of the 302nd meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee in Abuja. The committee also reviewed other key indicators, adjusting the cash reserve requirement for commercial banks to 45%, while that of merchant banks remained 16%. In addition, a 75% cash reserve ratio was introduced on non-treasury single account public sector deposits. According to CBN Governor, the decisions were influenced by the recent moderation in inflation, which declined for the fifth consecutive month to 20.12% in August from 21.88% recorded in July. Food inflation dropped to 21.87%, while core inflation eased to 20.33%. The last time the CBN lowered the benchmark rate was in September 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic to stimulate economic recovery. With various economic reforms of the current administration already yielding positive results, Nigerians are now to expect fiscal sustainability, which would ensure greater prosperity for the country going forward. Executive Chairman of the National Revenue Service, formerly Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS), gave a progress report on federal revenue collection at a briefing organized by the presidential media team. State House correspondent Musbau Wahab reports.
Today I'm standing before you, I can brag. The economy is stabilized. We have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning.
The Chief Accounting Officer of the nation gaily reported progress in the non-oil revenue target for the year. The report expectedly has elicited mixed reactions of commendations and questions, and some Nigerians have been asking how possible. The helmsman of the National Revenue has the answers to what it was, what it is, and where Nigeria is headed. The comparative analysis is on the first year of the current administration and 2 years after.
As at the time, the budget deficit is so high. We have over 30 trillion in ways and means, which is just printing money without corresponding production or economic activity to actually back it, which actually led to what we eventually have, which you call devaluation. This is what's on ground.
The Revenue Service Boss credited the Tinubu's administration's reforms, which he said have successfully reversed the hitherto negative trade balance, multiple exchange rates, subsidy payments, high interest rates, and weak policy coordination.
Today, tax to GDP is around 13.5%. When you have our reserves now, we can actually import for the next 9 months without exhausting our reserve, compared to the situation we had as at that time, that actually the net, if you put our reserve, is negative.
He believes with various government efforts at increasing job opportunities and purchasing power of Nigerians, ongoing infrastructure development across the country, as well as the tax law slated for implementation as from January next year, Nigeria's non-oil sector will continue to enhance the economic growth of the country.
The only thing that tests the resilience or sustainability of any nation is to extent of your diversification. How much can you actually generate from what you do that are within your control? We have 150 billion from non-oil in May 2023. From non-oil in September 2025, we have 1 trillion. And that is the effect of people believing and trusting in your system. People believing and trusting that your economy plan is in the right direction.
And the reason is that the revenue drive has increased, and we expect that in the new year, things will even get much, much better.
With the reforms forming a new foundation upon which the economy is being built, the head of the National Revenue Service believes the economic fundamentals are being reset for a sustainable positive trajectory henceforth. From the State House, Musbah Wahab, NT News.
The Lagos State government says it will continue to prioritize women as key drivers of economic growth. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gave this assurance at the 2025 Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation WAPA Connect conference in Lagos. Joyken Abakboya reports.
Women from diverse professions gathered for the 2025 edition of WAPA Connect, organized by the Lagos State Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Represented by his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the theme, Investing in Lagos Women, Investing in Growth, aligns with his administration's vision for a greater Lagos that champions women's advancement.
Our administration is supporting women through different types of trainings that can allow them to access training, funding, and initiatives that foster innovation, growth, and leadership. Not just the bold, but especially for widows, single mothers, young ladies, and women with disabilities.
Lagos State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Dada, highlighted the impact of WAPA's programs, including 19 skills acquisition centers across the state, where more than 28,000 women have been trained in various vocations.
And over 28,500 women have been engaged over the years, exchanging ideas, learning from one another, and finding strength in community. These assemblies have built bridges between grassroots women and decision makers.
Other dignitaries, including a representative of the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Bijoke Sanwo-Olu, commended the ministry for sustaining the conference as a platform for women to network, share ideas, and grow businesses.
Today is not just another gathering. It is a collaboration of women, of our resilience, of our brilliance, our creativity, and our undeniable impact in shaping homes.
The future is ours to shape. Let us embrace the opportunities before us. Let us deepen collaborations and continue to champion the values of courage, resilience, hope, and innovation that define us as women.
WAPA Connect, according to officials, reinforces government's pledge to continue investing in women, placing them at the center of productivity, inclusive growth, and sustainable development in Lagos. Joyken Abakboya, NTA News.
Channel 10 News will now go on a short break. Just stay with us.
Are you looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place to be. With about 3,065 seating capacity,
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, religious and school activities.
Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops.
With just 250,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered with a token which will be aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane.
For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Tejo Show, or call Chibuzo
on 0812-324-5519
and Gmo
on 003-830-1669.
NTA Lagos premises affordable just for you.
Welcome back. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing Kogi Central, has gained access to her office after 6 months of suspension. For the first time, the senator gained access to the National Assembly after the suspension following the unsealing of her office in the early hours of this Tuesday by the Deputy Director of Sergeants at Arms at the National Assembly, Alabi Adedeji. Senator Natasha says she is happy to return to her office to carry out her legitimate duty as senator representing Kogi Central.
As for me, I'm glad to be here, and even though we have been illegally suspended, no day have I hesitated in effectively carrying out my duties as a senator of Kogi Central to the very best of my capacity.
Assembly correspondent Issa Mohammed reports that there is no official statement from the leadership of the National Assembly on the position of the suspension and her return to legislative duties, which is still a matter of court litigations. The Joint Action Committee of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities and Allied Institutions has extended by 2 weeks the strike ultimatum earlier issued to the federal government. The union, in a joint statement signed by SANU President Mohammed Ibrahim, expressed concern over what they described as the unfair disbursement of earned allowances, non-payment of outstanding entitlements, and other unresolved welfare issues. According to the statement, the ultimatum extension followed a meeting with the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Abel Enito, held on September 19, 2025. The unions noted that the discussions held earlier with government officials in July had not produced satisfactory outcomes, hence the renewed call for urgent intervention to address the pending labor matters affecting their members across universities and inter-university centers. A nationwide sensitization program on Nigeria's whistleblowing policy aimed at promoting transparency, accountability and good governance has been launched by the Federal Ministry of Finance in Lagos. Our correspondent has the rest of the story.
The sensitization program on the whistleblowing policy brought together government officials, anti-corruption agencies, private sector representatives and other stakeholders to raise public awareness and strengthen the policy's effectiveness. The federal government, through the Presidential Initiative on Continuous Audit, PICA, Nigeria's Federal Ministry of Finance, say the sensitization program is to combat corruption and through its whistleblowing and special investigation unit seeks to enlighten Nigerians on the power of whistleblowing.
Everybody is a detective. When you see something, say something. And those who are in position to carry out the necessary to stop them, we do it.
We need help. This purpose of, defeating corruption cannot be fought alone.
Representatives of the Lagos State Governor and the Inspector General of Police highlighted the state's commitment to transparency through whistleblowing education and measures to protect whistleblowers.
Use the available platform to report any infractions and to report to the government what they feel that the government is not doing properly.
When they want to blow the whistle or give an intelligence to the police, it shouldn't be information they have discussed with their family member, they have discussed with friends, and they have discussed with their co-worker in the office, because it's certainly going to leak and may put their life in jeopardy.
The whistleblowing initiative promotes accountability and transparency by collaborating with institutions to encourage safe reporting of corruption, embodying the ethos of if you see something, say something. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
This is where we wrap it up for the midday news today, but do stay tuned for the evening news package by 7 o'clock this evening. Do have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you.